よいしょ。配信始まったかな？始められたね。で、OBS の音声チェック、デスクトップ大丈夫。マイクも入ってる。これね、毎回確認しないとね、たまに本当にマイクの設定が勝手にリセットされててさ、設定したのに違うマイクになってたり、元に戻ってたりして音声が入ってないみたいなことがあるから怖いんだよね。ちょこちょこね、大丈夫と思って喋ってたら、録音されてなくて収録やり直しだったりとか、あと苦労したりとかするっていう。今まさに動画編集でね、それやらかして苦労してるんだけど、という感じで、今夜も始まりました。今ね、ファイルの統合性検証中ってことで、読み込みが結構長かったから、これ、ちょっと間に合わないなと思って、普通にこの状態で始めちゃったからよ。まあね、これやってる間にツイートしちゃいましょう。よいしょ。グラスに氷入れてくればよかったな。微妙に時間かかるんだよな。もうちょい待つか。今 93%。低音ボイスバー。あ、それぼちぼち。日曜日の配信の準備とかもしないとな。これ終わったらサムネ作るってか取りに行くか。あ、でもどうしようかな。この前さ、VR チャットの配信をした時にクエストを単体で遊んでる人が配信で一緒にワールド巡りしたいって言って参加しに来てくれてさ。ただその時PC ワールド中心に巡る予定だったから、その何のストックもなくて、ちょっとね、微妙な感じなとこ一緒に行っちゃうみたいな感じで歩いてたんだけど、改めてね、ちょっと今モスバーガーがさ、今お月見キャンペーンやってるじゃん。あれに合わせてさ、メタバース空間上 VR チャットでモスバーガーのお店のワールドを公開して、そこでお月見バーガーの新作を実際に自分で作って食べれるっていうことをやってさ、でそれがクエスト対応だから、次の日曜日にそれちょっと行こうかなと思って、ちょっと今悩んでる。ちょっとやりたい配信が今3つくらいあって、それをどれからやるかっていうのを。よいしょ。今樹脂が90溜まってるから、どうしよっかな。添付レベル上げたいっていうのもあるんだけど、これはアップデートか、あれかな。これはあれだね、明日のガチャの情報だね。添付レベルなぁ。最近なんか添付画面を押すと一瞬フリーズするようになっちゃったんだけど、ちょっと怖いな。あ、これ今日か。スクロースの添付上げちゃうか。今レベル3、4だから、まあ6、6までガッと上げちゃうか。確か自由だったな。で、これが構想で。私文か。 大体ばらけてるな。スクロス一回上げちゃうか。一回これやって、で任務はそれ終わったからだな。よいしょ。フィッシュルもなんかいざ育成したらめちゃくちゃ強いから、フィッシュルも育成したいんだよな。素材が全然足りない。モラも足りない。モラ以上に育成素材の本がないから地脈行かないといけないんだけど、いい加減ちょっとめんどくさくなってきて、今度参加型でもやって、ちょっとみんなにいろいろ手伝ってもらおうかな。
たらこ、こんばんは。
お、いらっしゃい。今日は育成したり、まあ、世界任務、伝説任務やったりっていう配信です。メインストーリーはね、今日は進めないで。よいしょ。今スクロースの添付素材集めようと思って秘境に来てます。よいしょ。
たらこ、あさって体育祭なのに足首捻挫しました。
あさって体育祭？ああ、そっか。体育祭って大体そのくらいの時期か。体育祭前に足首くじくのはきついな。でも体育祭前って連日勉強じゃない、練習するから普通に怪我もするよな。このあれだな、走る系の競技に参加する予定とかだったらちょっと大変かもしらんな。よいしょ。これじゃなくて回復。体育祭か、懐かしいな。俺が行ってたとこの体育祭はなんか大縄跳びやってたな。クラス全員で大縄跳びして何回飛べるかみたいなのやっててさ、練習でも毎日飛んでだったから、その思い出しかない。
走るの嫌だけど見とくだけが一番面白くない。
確かにな。結構なんだろう、席によってはさ、全然会場っていうか見れないから退屈なんだよな、結構。
By royal decree. Burn. Animal test 63. Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from day.
よいしょ。
I summon thee. Stand clear.
Gather. Order guide you.
よいしょ。
Reveal thyself.
ここのやつは氷しかいないからすごい楽で助かる。
Time for retribution.
でもな、全部あげようってなると本当に何回も行かなきゃならないからちょっとめんどくさいんだよな。これ1回でだいたい2個だから3回行って1レベル上がるくらいか。あ、これあれか、終わんないと見れないやつか。 フィッシュルの添付も正直上げたいからちょっと後で確認 しないと。
Solidified.
By royal decree, enhanced animal module.
Ah. The verdict is
よいしょ。
yeah. Ah. Ah. Stabilize. This is order.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
学校行事もまたやりたいもんだな。文化祭とかな、なんだかんだ言って楽しかったしな。
たらこ、スクロース、激焼き、雷元素2回入れる編成バカしいよ。
今雷元素リサとあれだな、フィッシュルだけだな。そこら辺ちょっとやってたね。
星4個星だったら間違いなく一番だと思う。
よいしょ。行く秋か、そかそか。まあ、今度試してみるか。あと39だからあと1回いけるな。普通に樹脂砕いてやっちゃってもいいけど。
Animal hypostasis emulation.
I will have order. As you wish, mein Fräulein.
よいしょ。
たらこ、全員熟知もりもりだから厳選してからじゃないときついかも。
それはきつそう。
Verdict is
熟知盛るさ生物ないんだよな今。
solidified.
Absorption test. Odds reveal thyself.
Order guide you.
熟知盛りたいんだけどなかなかさ生物ないから確かに厳しそう。
Rise. Ha. Ha. Ha.
まあスクロース今無理やり熟知上げて威力増してる状態だからな。生物の厳選もぼちぼちやりたいけど本当にそこら辺落ち着いてないしな。勝利先生も多分もうちょいちゃんと厳選したら。
カムセワムニダかゆ作り、こんばんちです。
カムスさんいらっしゃい。今ちょっと配信始めてスクロースの添付上げたいなと思って秘境行ってました。よいしょ。先揃えたいな。6使うのか。やっぱりだいぶ使うんだな。どうしようかな。で今これ9でしょ。
カムセワムニダかゆ作り、そうなんですね。大変ですよね。
ねえ、何回も何回もちょっと行かないといけないのが大変だね。で、1回にもらえる数が少ないから本当に繰り返さないといけないっていうのが。行く秋も添付上げたいし。これ黄金か。で、フィッシュルが
たらこ、ただ、火力出てないように見えて元素反応で火力出るから使ってみたら、あれ弱いじゃん。けど敵死んでる絵みたいな感じになる。
これも四分か。これはまあ裏でちまちまやるしかないのか。最近フィッシュル使う頻度高いからフィッシュル育成したいんだよな。まあ、とりあえず4号で1レベルずつ上げたから、じゃあ次フィッシュルの上げに行くか。てかこれがないんだよな。 その鋭利な矢先ヒルチャールの。これ意外と集まんないんだね。あ、今日じゃなかった。じゃあやっちゃうか。世界任務。世界任務はあとこれもやりたいんだよな。岩の瞳全部集めてもらえるやつ。あとね、岩の瞳確か何個だっけ？ 8 個か9個くらいなんだけど。あれ？どれだったかな？これは確かショーのやつで、これが確か誰だろう。あ、これだ。よいしょ。ちょっと一旦瞳跡なんか確認、何個か。
たらこ、お手数おかけしますが、生物を見せていただきたい所存であります。
了解。ちょっと待ってね。誰の生物見る？あと7個。ちょっとマップじゃねえ、他のサイトとにらめっこしながらやっていいんだったら岩の瞳集めてもいいけど、さすがにそれ裏でやるか。時間かかりする気ですな。じゃあ前順にやっていくか。今フィッシュルが雷と楽団で、まあ全然育成してないね。時計原茶で花が原茶、まあチャージメインだね。フィッシュルなんか結構遅いって聞いたから、まあ、これはスキル出すために適当につけたやつで、てかあるやつつけたやつで、まあ、会心ダメ 5.6 で、コップが雷ダメージの攻撃 4.2 会心 5.3 HP4.2。 デルックはまあ変わってないね。まあ、元素熟知盛るためにピアス元素熟知で原茶 4.7 ダメージ 10.6 で会心 8.7、まあ、10.6 と 8.7 でスコア20くらい ?20 もないか。で炎元素ダメージ 40.7 で、まあ、原茶 9.1 HP4.7 でこれが原茶 4.1 で、まだどのタイミングで見れるかわかんないけど、ちょっとゆっくりめでちょっと一個一個見ていこう。まあ大体こんな感じだね。で原茶 4.1、 剣闘士もは終ボスとかで結構素材が出てくれるからありがたいね。他のやつは秘境行かないとないけど。で少尉先生が洗顔4セットで、花がこれ、まあ、チャージと HP で、羽が、原茶と、防御 13.1 で、日時計が、まあ、防御と防御だね。これはもうあるやつつけてるだけだね。で、ティーカップが岩元素の16で、まあ、原茶14、会心 6.2、防御 5.3 で、兜が、これはもう防御と原茶だから HP が全然漏れてないね。で、スクロースは今、もう楽団と教官の現地、もう熟知プラス80の160にして持ってるね。ここら辺は変わってないね。変えたのはこれくらいかな？今年の矢羽。まあ、元素チャージ 12.3、会心 6.6。まあ、会心はスクロースにはいらないけど、これはまあ、後々他のキャラに付け替えるように育成してるやつなんで。で、羽が楽団で、これは HP と防御。で、時計がまあ元素熟知で、風元素、 風元素ないんだよな。違った、風元素こっちか。風元素はティカップ。
ディルックは暇女検討士がおすすめ。今は検討士読んでいいけど45になったら生異物ガチャができるからそこで暇女交換しまくりな。
多分ね、暇女解放されてるかな、俺。いけるかな、今。ここら辺、あと他はあるやつつけてるって感じだな。亡命者4セット、亡命者教官。で、逆飛びフィナーレ。ノエルのこれが、でもあんまりかな。普通だな。で、リサも教官4セット。これが教官と森林と、で、ベネットが亡命と、暇女あるね。ベネットにつけてたね。ベネットが HP の原茶 3.6、会心 10.6。で、原茶 4.1、防具 4.7、HP 4.2。これもぼちぼち入れ替えた方がいいかな。
厳選する。おすすめはできないけど楽しいのは確か。
今からはやんないかな。さすがに。
たらこ、正直自由だね。
さすがに45になってからやんなってのはちょこちょこ言われてるから、今やるのはもったいないかな。樹脂砕くんだったら、育成素材集めるのと、あと添付素材の方で使いたい。
たらこ、大差ないよ気候買ってるから。
確かにな。正直、スクロースもうちょいちゃんと育成したいから、ここら辺をね、拾いに行きたいんだよね。愛され少女と、この2セットは多分両方使うから、持っときたいし、逆飛びは多分ノエルくらいしか今使わないだろうな。暇女これか。暇女いけるわ、普通に。これ45になったらだな。行くとしたら。守護、あと海染めとかも欲しいね。これが血染めか。血染めと旧貴族。あとは武器が全然ないとか、そこら辺だね。秘境15回クリアだから、これは急がんでもいいか別に。38で次がモラか。でもあれだな。明日ガチャ更新やるから、一回。
たらこ、我慢できるならやめな。45からがいいわら俺は我慢できなかったけど45からがいいのは確か。
確かに出ない時があるのがちょっと、あれだなと思って。もう完全にね、今生物、レベル3はさ、育成素材として割り切って使っちゃってるからさ、あれなんよ、今レベル3とか4とか出られても、いずれ全部レベル5とかで、星5で統一したいから、今はね、ちょっとね、ちょくちょこ生物集まってきてるけど、全然見てないな、生物今。よいしょ。生物今こんな感じやね。バーっと。逆飛び風元素あるけど。でもシールド強化だからな。スクロースにつけるやつがないんだよな。こっちか。難しいね。ケント氏もここら辺とかもう売っちゃっていい気がする。星5のこういうゴミ整備物、なんか素材にするよりかは。
たらこ、ベネットの暇女とディルックの検討し変えてみて、火力検証。
変えてみる？ちょっと待ってね。確かにベネットはあれだな、もう元素爆発でしか使ってないから、 ベネットの肥満症とディルックの検討士だから、検討士を、ベネットのどれだっけな、肥満症か。これじゃなくて、いやでもこれ変えると微妙な感じになりそうだな。ベネットの暇女があって、花と羽か。花と羽。で、ベネットの会心、会心 10.6 もあるんだから、こっちの方がいいか。
たらこ、1回だけ、ダメだったら戻していいよ。
そう付け替えでさ、ちょっとめんどくさくなっちゃうから、後々。っていう理由で適当にやってた。まあでも、これでも2セット効果出てるから、まあいいか。じゃあ、一旦ワープして、もう一回さっきのところに行こう。よいしょ。どんくらい変わるかな。あんまり普段のダメージ見てなかったな今。さすがに会心上がったから前よりかはダメージは出ると思う。
Stabilize.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
4000めちゃくちゃ上がってんね。 15000出たな今。
Absorption test.
4000めちゃくちゃ上がったわ。
Time for retribution.
たらこ、どうだろ W。
めちゃくちゃ上がった。
This is order.
By royal decree.
No rest for the.
まあ大体通常攻撃は800とかそこら辺で。まあダメージは上がったね、さすがに。ちょっと比較してみないと分かんないけど。これでいいな。ベネットはまああれだ、余裕出てきてから育成する感じになるから、どうせ。まあ今のところ強くできるとこからどんどん強くしてってやんないと積むっていうかやりづらいっていうか。
たらこ、後々ディルックを暇女4にできたら幻冬種をノエルに付け替えたらどっちも強くなると思う。
そうやね。まああとレベルに上げてこう。そしてヒルチャールの素材が足りないからついでにこいつらを倒しておこう。だいたい
Enhanced animal module 75. Stand clear.
たらこ、ゲンズは本当に爆発だけでいいベネットはね。
ね。
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Oz, reveal thyself.
だいぶダメージ上がったね。まだいる？ああ、通常がだいたい600、まあだいたい700くらいか。よいしょ。便利だね。よいしょ。じゃあもう世界任務
たらこ、どうしても通常攻撃の倍率は下がるけどね。
うん。でも今自分ができる装備で一番これがベストな状態だから、まあ文句はないっていうか満足はしてるね。これ以上じゃあ強くしようってなると武器ガチャ回して星4武器星5武器を取りに行くってなっちゃうから、さすがにそれはね難しいね。よいしょ。あ、せっかくだからボスの方でも試してみるか。フィッシュル来てからさ、こいつがすごい楽になって戦うのがめちゃくちゃありがたい。こっちしてキャラクターじゃなくて
たらこ、ディルックは本当にこかしたくでいい。
うんうん。正直今欲しいのは弓と槍だね。ディオナとかも本当に足りなくなってきた。もう弓が。
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
カニめっちゃカニ逃げる。めっちゃカニ逃げる。
By royal decree.
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless.
たらこ、飛行武器は両手剣にした方がいいよ。一つだけレベチだから。
両手剣強いね、気候ね。あ、気候武器ね、両手剣にした。そうそうそうそう。
The power of water is its ability to take
なんか
any
最近
shape.
さ見てる原神動画の人がさ気候圏の体験をノエルさんにつけてるのを見てさ、あ、じゃあこれでいいかなと思って。
Odds reveal. Hi.
カニうざい。こう逃げ回るキャラ嫌い。
Just like we rehearsed.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
By royal decree.
よいしょ。
Time for retribution.
Let's see what happens when you
ああ
lose
だい
your
ぶ強くなったね。
foothold.
行こ 原神始めて多分今1ヶ月ちょっとなんだけど、それでもだいぶ強くなれるね。
The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. Order guide you.
As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
ディルックすり抜けで引いて、その後配布でコレへ来て、でフィッシュル引いて、だからだいぶ戦力が充実してきた。会心か。あ、微妙。よいしょ。ついでに素材やっておこう。一旦フィッシュルのレベル70まで上げて、上げたいな。
Solidify. I will have order.
この武器っていうかキャラの切り替えが未だにちゃんと
As you wish,
できないのが
Fräulein.
悩み。
Just like we rehearsed. Oz, reveal thyself.
Yeah.
えげつない柱の出方したね今。ヒルチャールの素材欲しいな。オッケー、じゃあまあこんなもんか。そしたらついでに木を買って身を取って、この前さ人活棒をさやっと解放してさ、ちまちまお部屋のレイアウトをやってるんだけど、はい、思いのほか素材がね足りなくて困ってる。ちなみに気候体験はね全然使ってないけどこれにした。これはまあつけられるのが今ノエルとディルックしかねえかな今体験は。したらじゃあやりに行くか。
カラコ、ノエルにつけるのが無難かな。
そう、ノエルにつけて、でノエルにつけたらそのノエルにつけてるやつは他のキャラにつけてみたいな感じでやろうかなと思ってる。
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Ginseng, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them.
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Rather awful.
あ、美味しくはないんだ。
Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
まあ、それそのまま食ったらね。
How can you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the
なるほ
mountains,
どね。
yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an adeptus.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And
とりあえずこ
now
の
we're probably
ク
super
エスト
behind
とか
because
任務
we've
を終わ
been
らせない
held
と
up for
他のや
so
つも
long.
進められないっていうから、とりあえずこれだけ
I see.
一旦終わらして、
I heard something
で
about the
他
contest
なんか
when
や
I
る
was
か決めな
passing
いとな。
Yep! You get to ask
ぼちぼち
me
ドラ
about
ゴン
any
スパイ
question
ン
you
やり
want
に行っ
if
てもいい
you
んだよ
want.
な。
Were you interested in the contest too, Shinha?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance.
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
パイモンはなんかいろんなもんに正直でいいな。
Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then, we alone shall become the victors.
カムセは無ニだかゆ作り、めちゃめちゃ垂れ流ししてました。
いや、全然いいのよ
申し。訳ないです。
見ててくれるだけで全然ありがたいのよ。
Really? But I
確
hear
かに
that
コメント
competition
ある
is
と
in
ね、
essence about
話しやすいっ
conflict
ていう
and
のがあるけど、
one-upmanship.
まあ、俺もね、人の配信見るときって、もうガッとコメントするタイプじゃないから、まあ、気持ちはわかるっていうか、結構垂れ流しにしちゃう方だね、俺も。
Wonder cores and adepti sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down.
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there.
まあ、
So,
一番嬉しいのはやっぱ見てる人がいるってことが一番ありがたいね。例えば今、
Bless you.
タラコさんとカメスさんが見てくれてて、どうせ2だけど、それだけでも
Lady Ningguang wishes to
モチベ
purchase
ー
a
ションっていう
large
か、
batch
配
of
信や
moon
ってる
dressing. We're running low at the
記録
store,
っていうか、
so
身としては
I
めちゃく
came
ちゃあ
out
り
to
がたい
fetch
数
the
字ではあるから
ingredients
ね。
カム
personally.
セは無ニだかゆぞう、散策しながら見てました。
いいね。
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much moon
確かに
dressing
ね、
though?
視聴
I'm
数
not too
めちゃくちゃいるんだったらそれ
I
に越
did
したことは
hear
ない
she's
けど、
looking to rebuild the Jade
俺みたいな個人だと
Maybe for
ね、
its first
同説
aid on
10人行く
site?
とかそういうのが
I
ね、
didn't ask
難しいっていうか、めちゃくちゃハー
Far
ドル
be
高い
it
から、
from me to pry into my
見に来てくれるだけでありがたい
customers'
ね。
personal
タラコ
affairs.
神格のデカさは最強。で、
And she also borrowed Chi-Chi,
緊張のことだよわ
meaning
ら。
Boo Boo Pharmacy
背高い
is
人いいよね。
very short-handed right now. I don't
No, we've got other
個
stuff
人
to
的に
do. While you're
イ
here
エランの
though,
身長もちょっと気になる。
Have you ever heard of something called sunset vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of
私も
plostrite
すごい、
used in the
俺
Jade
もコメント
Chamber,
の方見てて
yes?
ゲーム画面の
There
会
is
話を垂れ
some
流しに
mention
して
of
た
it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, sunset vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed. As far as the records show, virtually all sunset vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession
こ
of.
の人は早めに
But the Fey
早めにじゃない、い
Karma
つか
Guild would know
キャラで
far
来て
more
ほしい
about
な。
this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
どういう戦い方するんだろう。
Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
おお、もう会話するだけでモラが15000ももらえる。ありがたいね。まあしばらくストーリーだからチーム適当に変えて普段使わない子でいこう。あれ、オッケー。観光しに行こう。一旦どうしよう、キャラクター育成しちゃうか。本もちょっともらったことだし、フィッシュルが今60だから70いけるか
I
な。
created another universe and founded paradise for I,
あ、
Fischl,
微妙。
and the Prinzessin der Ver...
もうこれはさすがに足りないか。レベル1。まあもうちょい溜まったらだな。したらじゃあこれはこっちの方はこれにして。あ、1回でマックスにできないのか。じゃあもうちょい貯めるか。
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders
タ
in
ラコ、
recently.
そういえば、
Everyone's been
少
completely
様
caught
ク
off
レイより
guard.
身長低いらしい
Your
よ。
father gave me
設定上
specific
はね。
instructions to
クレイ
ask
よ
you
り
to
は
stay and
嘘
help
だ
out
ろ
if I
う。
happen to see you.
I see.
さすがにないべ、クレイ
Have
より
someone
は。
sort the orders by type
でク
for
レイ
now.
の身長って
I'll
110
deal
と
with
か
them myself
120とかでしょ。
Oh,
あれよ
how
りちっちゃいの？
wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you on the job, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more
タラ
detail
コ、
later
マ
on.
ジマ
マ
ジ。
ジで？
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
あ
Then I will
そん
leave
な
you in
ちっちゃかっ
peace.
たんか。全然そんな風に見えないけど。
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
タラコ、100ちょいくらいか100にも行ってないくらいだった気がする。
The truth
へ
is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in
ー。なんだろう、
possession of some
10代
Sunset
後半とか
Vermilionite.
半ばとかそれくらいの年齢のイメージあったけど、実際は小学生くらいなんかな、
And a
見
lot
た
of
目は。
interested parties have already come to us inquiring
だ
about
った
the
ら納
price.
得。
At the end of the day, it all
まあ
comes
小
down
学
to
校低
supply
学年
and
くらいの
demand. In this
実
case,
際の年
I'm
齢だった
guessing the
ら
final transaction
外
price
見
may be
年
in
齢か。
excess of 500 million mora.
500 million?
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just
キャ
not
ラク
worth
ターの
it.
身長設定とかあんま見ないからな。
Without any Sunset Vermilionite?
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away. Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some Sunset Vermilionite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is situated in the Lisha area.
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just go and take his treasure? Wouldn't it be a little, disrespectful? With him being an Adeptus?
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded.
しかしリー
Even
レ
while he
は
was
どこに
alive,
で
he
も1000
wouldn't
人
have
がい
let
る
something
な。
like this bother him. Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that? Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's... There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned for so long.
Okay, we will be. Thanks, Shincho.
あ、それ勝利先生のガチャ切り替わる前にさ、どうせ関羽ここみは天井まで引けないからってことで10連分残してちまちま引いてたらトーマが来てくれました。なんかアイドルマスターに出てきそうなビジュアルしてるけど、これは確か稲妻のキャラだっけ、トーマは。正直どのキャラがどの地方にいるかっていうのをあんまり知らないんだよな。確か上里姉妹と関わりがある人だった気がするから、多分稲妻。そして精霊すっごい鳴くな。何の音だろうと思ったらこいつの鳴き声か。
Let's see. Shincho said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art.
タラコ、相馬
But now
顔
that I
は
have
機械
removed
知
it, we
性
can
能は
inspect the
2
area
ぐ
more
らい
closely.
W。
顔がいいのは、
Wow, that's amazing! Yep,
顔
let's
は
take
トップクラス
another
でいい
look
な。
around.
確かに。
Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there?
モーションもかっこいいな。てかもう動きがすごいジャニーズなんだよな。めっちゃアイドルって感じがする。アイドルマスターサイドエイムの人物たちに混ざってても違和感はないな。まあうちのトーマンまだレベル1なんだけど。
The Sealy got to here and then disappeared. Should we...
「あ、ちゃんとバランスよくいかないとダメで」そしたら
This will be interesting.
このキャラを変えてから出撃をするのを忘れるっていうのを毎回やらかす。よいしょ。行ってみよ
タラコ
う。、
レベル1か。可愛いってタイプのアイドルだね。
デビューしたてってやつよ。
Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end
原
up
神ってさ、珍しく
so
キャラクターの
clouds? It feels like we're
ス
high
キ
up
ン
in
とかあれこれねあんまり力入れてないの。意
I
外だよ
believe
な。
this is the abode of that
他の
Adeptus.
ソーシャルゲームだ
With any
ったら
luck, the
トーマ
sunset
とか
familiar we're looking
勝利
for
と
should
か、
be in here.
まあ、普通に衣装たくさん出てるのもおかしくないけど、なんか今のところタイアップで違う服着てるのを見るくらいだから。だって男性キャラって今のところスキンが出てるのディルックくらいでしょ。
And now that Paimon takes a closer
もう
look,
ちょっと増えてもいいと思うんだけどな、見た目
here
な。
don't seem complete. Oh, could there be something below the clouds?
These
て
are
か他
not
のキャラ
real
も
clouds.
水着が何
They
着
are
か
the
あるくらい
product of
で
an Adepti
私
art
服
used for
系がほとん
spatial
どないし。
partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
All right, then let's do it.
なんでだろう
I
な、スキ
sense
ン出
the
ないの。
presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful.
ジャンタマは山ほど衣装が出るのに。やりか。
タラコ、ディルックにポニーテールは天才すぎた。
ね、ポニーテールよかったね。これ何も見てなかった。どうやっていけばいいんだこれ。 通に行けばいいのね。
Obey!
This is order. Ha!
倒した後の素材が出ればな。これ何やればいいんだ？コメント見てて何もわからなかった。あー、なるほどね。あれか。よいしょ、飛べない。コア、個人コアを起動する必要がある。
Freeze!
Gather.
勝利先生の英語ボイスさめっちゃ好きなんだけどさ、この連撃した時のふわふわふわみたいなの、これだけがなんかすごいうんってなる。他はめっちゃいいのにな。
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Verdict is.
Cryo incarnate! Manifest! Obey!
I will have order.
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
By royal
Time for retribution.
よいしょよいしょ。
Unleash!
これで OK か。
Whoa! We're gonna fall!
ほ
Is everyone okay? Look! The Celia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this
お
level
ー、敵が
first.
敵が多い。
Order guide you.
あ、でも本当にいい感じだね。
By ordinance divine!
Cool it.
Oz, reveal thyself!
あともうエッチラオチラ殴るだけだ。
Manifest!
Solidify.
Freeze!
By royal decree, wings of darkness, come, sever night from...
This moment will be frozen in time.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Dodge this.
Oz, reveal the...
What's the hurry?
I summon thee!
あとちょい。
Obey! Manifest!
Don't get frostbite.
Burn.
Do your master's bidding!
これ大変だ。
We're gonna fall! This time, we're really gonna fall! Ah! So high! Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again! Let's catch up with it! Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
あ、普通に開いた。
サムセは無二だかゆ作り。めちゃめちゃ強そうだけど実際弱いやつ出ましたねわら。
見た目なんだろう、なんて言うんだっけ、ああいうの。見かけ倒しか、見かけ倒しだったな。お、あとはこっから行くってわけでもなさそうだし。
Solidify.
これ上から行くってわけでもないか。反対側に道は特にない。うん？お、なんか行き止まったな。どうしよう。
サムセは無二だかゆぞう。フレンドのワープポイント開放手伝いが終わりとても疲れました。
お疲れさん、いいな。手伝ってもらって。俺も岩の瞳集め一人でやるのはしんどいから。あ、こっから行けばいいのか。違った。あれ、これどうやって行くんだ。瞳集めとかはちょっと人で欲しいなって思うね、たまに。あれ、これこっからどうすればいいんだ。ん？いかん、迷った。
サムセは無二だかゆぞう。岩の瞳、コート、オメガ、マックコート、今日131個手伝わされたなんて言えないです。
友達も今だいたい今リーウェイあたりで遊んでんの。あれ、これどうやって行くんだ。 ん？こっから隙間通って行ったりとかはできないか？なんか攻撃してなんかなるってわけでもないか。
Unleash!
カムセは無ニだかゆぞう。今日は岩の瞳とスネールのワープポイント全部解放でしたね。
すっげえ大変だなそれ。さて完全に先が分かんなくなった。これグダルのあれだから答え見るか。よいしょ。この遺跡の名前なんだっけ？そっからだな。これぐだって何時間っていうか何十分もやるのもあれだから。あ、なるほどね。どっかにも押せる壁があるらしいので壁を探せばいいのか。あ、これか。全然見てなかっただけだった。でなるほどな。
Obey! Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Cool it!
This is order.
No rest for the wicked.
Time for retribution.
Oh, so sorry.
Gather. Order guide you.
Manifest! Unleash!
Quake.
よいしょ。
Cryo Incarnate!
By royal decree!
基本的に原神遊ぶ時も一人だからな。
Freeze!
一緒に遊ぶ友達
I
作らんと
summon
な。
thee! Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Obey! Manifest!
で次こっちか。
I will have order.
Cool it!
Burn.
Obey! Unleash! Chia!
Oz, reveal thyself!
Solidify.
うわ多い。
Don't get frostbite. No rest for the wicked.
Do your master's bidding!
This is order.
Shadow Raven, let night fall! I
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Manifest! Unleash!
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge the.
あとちょいあとちょい。
Time for retribution.
大変だった。スメールのさアップポイントさギミックがめちゃくちゃ多いからあれ解放するの大変だろうな。なんかせめてマルチでやってる時ってさ自分と友達のワープポイント解放したら両方反映されるっていう感じだったらまだ
Happy to sunset Vermilion Night?
やりがいありそうなもんだけど。てかあれだ確かスメールとあとなんかどっかにマルチでやんないと解放できない宝箱あるんだっけか。あれどうしよう。ありがたい。
かむせは無にだかゆ作り。それでしたら楽ですねわら。
だったら楽なのにね。まあいろいろ大変なんだろうな処理がそれやっちゃうと。
Is this it? Is this the sunset Vermilion Night? It's so huge! That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Prostrate doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Prostrate reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like
雑談が
this.
多いっていうことは願望帝君か。
If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Prostrate sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt! No matter, you gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense!
現場猫ならぬ現場パイモンだ。
Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the Prostrate. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
素材手に入るのありがたいね。岩の瞳。結局探索とかするってなるとこのチームで固定になっちゃうんだよな。すっごい跳ねる洗礼が。
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes. How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations! This item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhua, and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plastrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of
なんだかん
plastrite
だ
we
で
have
主人公
received
と
so
パイも
far.
仲いいよ
If
な。
everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhua, just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
But I am not...
Shenhua?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well,
ま
Byron
あ
said that there
あん
are
だけ
some
でかい石
bits that
運んでて
could
疲れ
help
ない
you
ってい
use,
うのはさすがにな。
Let's go check
ない
in
もん
and
な。
take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Huh. この洗礼美味しそうだな。何味だろう。お
Hi there! Checking in, are we? You're just in time. Well, since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts. So, business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just through the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right.
Shenhua, you should go get some rest. Well, Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before. Let's buy one for Shenhua, too. She can have it as a midnight snack. Or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All right. I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer?
おお。
What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
1000人も野じ馬しに来ることあるんだな。よいしょ。
One trusts you have met Shen-He. So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhua too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shen-He to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhua feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her
ちょっと
Adeptus
会
name
話シーンやってる間に飲み
Her
物を取ってこよ
Adeptus
う。
name.
よいしょ。
Why, pray tell, would Shen-He have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shen-He is human.
Oh, right. Wait, what? Paimon neither. This is a real surprise.
よいしょ。
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. One first found Shen-He by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shen-He, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and
数日
mentally,
間も戦ってるん
and are
か。
highly reliant on
どん
their
だけなんだ。
parents for survival. But not so her. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to
サ
lower
ムセ
her
は麦だ
guard.
かゆ作り。
She
こ
even
の時間
pointed
で
her
すと
dagger
眠く
in
なっ
one's
てきます
direction
ね。
ああ、
and
眠くなって
remained
くる
ready
ね。
to strike.
てかもうあれ
Only
か0時
after
か。
she was satisfied that one had no
いやまあ
intention to
配
cause
信
her
始めたのが
harm,
23
she
時だから
finally
まあ
relents.
すぐ日付も変わる
She
か。
then passed out without uttering a
あれ眠かったら
single
無理
word.
せず普通に寝ちゃって大丈夫よ。
In other words, if you
なん
hadn't
か
passed by
基本
that
的
day,
になんだろう。
Shenhua might
俺がこういうゲーム配信するときっ
Not
てなんか
necessarily.
ゲームやるつい
Upon
でに
one's
配信してる
arrival,
ってい
one
う
could
感
sense
覚の方
that the
が
god's wrath was
大きいか
gradually
ら
receding.
まあ人が見に来てくれたらありがたいなっていう感じだ
One
けど
suspects that Shen-He may have
見る人がい
still
なかったらい
emerged
なか
the
ったでも
victor of the confrontation.
無言でやっちゃうだけだしな。
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little
こうやって見に来てくれて
kid
コメントちょっと残してくれるだけでもありがたいもんだね、ほんと。
Alas, the mortal world is rife
た
with
だ
suffering of every
配信
kind.
やると最近は
And
も
she had
う
experienced
何時間もやっちゃうか
her fair
ら
share
あんま
of
り
this,
遅くまで
even at a tender
付き合ってもらわなくても本当に大丈夫
Seeing
よ。
that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shen-He has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts.
まあここら辺今難しい
All
よ
the
な。
Adepti cherished her talents,
この時間帯
and
も
so
大
we
勢
are
の人
willing
配
to
信が
train
してる
her.
し
However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity.
ちょっとこの任務結構長くなりそうだから今日はこれだけやってかな。時間に余裕があったらもうなんか勝利先生の任務でもやろうかなと思ったんだけど多分やる暇なさそうだな。
The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her
なるほどね。
somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well.
もともとああいう性格ではなかったのか。殺伐としすぎてあれだったからちょっと強制っていうか抑えようとしたら抑えすぎたみたいな。
Now that Shunhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching.
よいしょ。
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She
普
just
通
grew
の
up
人間な
around
の
the
に
Adepti.
あんなでっけえ石持ち運ぶくらいに怪力なの
Oh,
か。
no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kinda hard to deal with.
ほっ。ちょこちょこサムネに使えそうな構図があったら写真撮んないと。で、あとはなんか体験モーション的なのが流れるまで。オッケー。ぼちぼちマルチ参加型もやりたいけど多分しばらく無理だろうなこの調子だと。シナリオ進めるだけで結構時間使っちゃうから。
Hey, so, Shenhe,
ドラゴンスパインもそれでやる予定だったけどもう完全にマルチで参加型でやっちゃうか。
oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, master is
ああ見えておしゃべり好きなんだなあの仙
very
人。
talkative.
Sorry, Shenhe. Paimon had you down as an Adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title friend very much indeed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
そっか、人間だから別に普通の飯も食えるわけだな。てかよくよく見ると神格の格好すごかったな。なるほどね、タラコさんがいてるのはそのことだったか。いろいろすごいってのは身長の話かと思ってた。
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky!
どういう服なんだこれ。
But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey!
あ、運金だ。
Byron doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch. Wait, I know you. You're the one who fought against the Vtuian Osile, right? Oh, sure enough, your reputation precedes you. Pleased to meet you. I'm Beto, captain of the CROWK.
Beto? Are you here to join the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These 2 are Paimon and the Traveler. I'm sure you've heard of them before. And this is... sorry, I'm not sure we've met.
Shenhua. I am their... friend.
Good to meet you. Well, from today on, I guess all of us are friends. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side. Wow! So it looks like the 3 of us are competitors now! Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help her win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think? Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yoon. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores.
北斗さんここで出てくるんだな。
From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that
別のシナリ
difficult to
オ
make.
で出てくると思っ
The
たけ
hard
ど。
part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's
スト
heard
ー
of
リ
them.
ー展
You
開はもう
guys,
すでにネタバレっていうか
We'll head
調
into
べてしてるから
town
さ
and seek advice from Master Zhang of
なん
Hanfeng's
か
Iron
この後
Walkers.
稲妻にカズハがなんか行くみたいなカズハと行く展開があるっていうのを聞いてるから多分
we'll
そこ
split
で
into teams
初登
then.
場するか
Whoever
なと思
makes
ったけど
progress first brings all
全
of
然
us
そ
a
んなこと
step
なかっ
closer
た
to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
なるほど運金もここで出てくるのか
By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang, Yunjin? I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion. Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it. The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
運金周りは確か狂撃をモチーフにして作られてるからどういう劇なんだろうな。なんか運金引いてから実際に狂撃の動画を調べたりとかしてみたけどなかなか面白そうだった。ただ翻訳されてるやつがあんまなかったから解説動画みたいなのばっか見てたけど日本でも一応狂撃をやってる団体があるらしいから機会があれば一回見に行ってみたいね狂撃は。結構遠いか。もういいや歩いていくか。食材はまあ買い足さんでも大丈夫そう。あれ？ああ、合ってた。
Hmm? Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry.
Wonder Core.
Who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there.
Yo. めっちゃ近かった。
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic towering peaks and the gently flowing streams.
多分本来だったらめちゃくちゃ景色がいいんだろうけど、今めちゃくちゃ雨降ってるからな。景観台なしになっとる。
is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool! A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite!
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair,
この話って
feigning
神
fear
格のこ
and
とじゃないか？
trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment,
she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
パイも盛り上げ上手だな。とりあえずあの岩の瞳は撮りたい。神の目関係なくね？
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhong said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there? Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something? He didn't seem to catch that. Hello, sir. Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhua, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhua? Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe. Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
よいしょ。あ、こんなとこに宝箱が。
The troop appreciates any donation. What's this? So, Shenhe is the divine damsel? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster. The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now
Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh, it looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his
これ
beloved
ばっかしは
opera.
実際に話を聞かないとわかんないだろうから、まあそうなるよな。
Solidify!
So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned an evil god's remains, which took the form of a monster. His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villagers moved away in fear, without ever learning the truth. And now, this place is deserted. Still, I do wonder what the connection is between Shenhe and Mingjun.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there.
なるほどな。
This is it! So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Subrosium! Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news!
よう、そんな情報残ってたな。
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look! This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version. My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet. Shenhua! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
いい話だな。お、誰かいる。あ、確かにこうしてみると思ったより背がちっちゃいけど、でも運金よりは高いからクレイと同じくらいはさすがになさそうだな。
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own. Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
ほえー。
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Simon's...
あ、なんかセリフがあったけど飛ばしちゃった。なるほどな。またなんか一悶着ありそうなんだな、これで。
Oh, good.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got...
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you. And I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
もうちょいかかりそうだけど、終わりが見えてきたな。これなくてもいい。
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the prostrate yet!
I can't believe it. So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Mora, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging?
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn! Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
空飛ぶ戦艦みたいになってるな、もう。
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming.
Beto sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepta.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone.
Oh.
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
ドエレーも見ちまったな。
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk.
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too. I'll catch up.
Give up. Flags fly. Observe.
Stabilize.
Manifest. Obey. Flags up.
I must leave no stone unturned.
これも終ボスで出てくるのか今後。 いや。
Unleash! This isn't stage fight.
I will have order.
ああ、なるほどね。
Strike is one. Steady as stone.
No, don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
Manifest! Unleash!
Gather.
Flags fly and step.
なかなか大変だなこれ。
Stabilize. This is order.
弓キャラいた方が良かったなこれ。
Obey! Manifest! Cryo incarnate!
As a dutiful maid would. I'll catch up.
Rise. Solidify.
And leap. Leave it all to me.
It's nothing.
Gather.
Unleash! Obey!
Your grand finale.
どれも微妙にやりきれない。
Manifest!
Give up.
Unleash!
Submit.
Obey!
Solidify.
And step. Watch the costume.
It's nothing.
Gather!
Unleash!
Where?
She's getting away! Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back.
Oh. あれ、毎回戦うことになるってなると大変そうだ。
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
本当か?
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyanstone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
後ろにめちゃくちゃ宝石がある。
Yes.
あたるホランと。
I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis.
Solidify!
学生だ。
The Millilith's casualties are within the range we expected, but in hindsight, there were still flaws with our plan. If we'd had more time, we could have built a barrier here to absorb the impact of the waves. We must learn from this experience and never repeat the same mistakes again. We were fortunate to have your assistance this time. Thank you.
.なんとかなってよかったな。それはそれとして鉱石は掘るけど。
Someone needs assistance.
まああとはエンディング見て今日は終わりかな。
Crumble!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Stabilize!
No rest for the wicked.
Solidify! Order guide you!
Cool it!
Gather!
As you wish, Main Fräulein. Main Fräulein.
Burn!
There can be no excuse for defeat.
さすがに無理あるか。
Stabilize!
えらいことになってんな。
Dodge this! Don't push your luck.
This is order.
Don't get frostbite. I'm not done.
Solidify!
Verdict
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Time for
retribution.
これをまとめて相手にするのはなかなかにえげつないな。
Looks amazing!
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so excited that I've barely slept the last few nights.
Hey, look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
批冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。遇到未必人不识，自有对应何情字。功名烈烈见流星，只知不操心。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think?
いい話だったな。
Personally, I thought I sang rather well. It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are, huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP.
いい雰囲気か。台無しだ。
You're the girl from the opera, aren't you? Let me pull up a chair.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That...
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhua. Calm. To act, one must first feel. After our trip to Mount Tianheng together, I felt much more in touch with the character today. Next time I have a new opera, may we study the character together again.
Now that I think about it, I'm glad Master sent me here to deliver the sigils. I'm sure I have much to learn from you in the future.
You've made an exceptional contribution toward the building of the new Jade Chamber. I will not forget this. I shall be sure to repay your kindness at an appropriate juncture.
More wine! More wine! More wine! More wine!
Drinking and watching opera in the Jade Chamber.
I wonder when I'll be able to build a Jade Chamber of my own. It'll take a lot more wealth than I... But hey!
これでまあ大体一つのイベントが終わったかな。そしたらこれでやっと次の任務か。ダインスレーブをクリアしてからだいぶ先になりそうだな。やること多いけど今日の配信は一旦これで終わりにしないと。終わりがなさそうだもんな。 あ、今日レザーの誕生日なのか。
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt.じゃあ今日の配信はここまでってことで、他にも伝説任務あるけど、さすがに長いもんな。まあ多分次回の配信も他の任務やったりとか、進める配信をやると思うんで、またお時間のある時にご視聴いただければありがたいです。ということで、今日の配信はここまで。また次回の動画やあれこれで会いましょう。またね。いやー、いい話だったな。